Okay, chap. Looks like Mindstormer's timer is his stream. So I don't know if we can fix that before they go ahead and start. Okay, it looks like the timer is going to start. We're going to just work on off of Shannon's right now, and if we get Mindstormers going, we'll I'll try to sync it as much as possible. But here they go. They've started. We've got about 24 seconds before they actually get to run, and so here we go. Good luck to both racers. Just so you know, this is the first in the bracket. The winner will move on to face Fortify, and the loser will go into the losers bracket. So there we go. Both seem to be, I think we're a little bit desynced. I'm going to work on that a little bit. So for those of you that don't know, this is no major glitches, so there is going to be only minor glitches are allowed, which will be pseudo waves and just some other manipulation. There are a lot of other categories that allow you to do a lot more, but so just so you know about this. But both players are moving at him. And this is the first trick over here. This is the pseudo wave beam, where it allows them to skip the first tutorial enemy. And it looks like Mindstormer had no issues. Shannon is starting to have a few issues, but he's been able to get through it. Mindstormer is moving right ahead, past the second, more difficult one, and Morpheus. Shannon did get the first shot, but the second shot is starting to elude him. And now we're moving on to Corpheus for Mindstormer. Mindstormer got through the first phase of Corpheus just fine. Both are running on worky mode, so they have access to 30 missiles instead of the normal 15. Let's see if I can... Mindstormer got through Corpheus. Pretty good time at 2:22. Shannon stream is a little late. I'm just gonna see if I can figure out how to. Okay, that looks a little bit more synced up. So Shannon has beaten Corpheus as well at 2:49. So about 20 seconds difference between these two runners, but there's plenty of time to make up for Shannon. And as you can see, we do have to talk to Adam at least 4 times at the beginning of the game, but both of the runners know exactly what Adam is going to say, and they're just gonna carry on. And as you can see, Mindstormer is moving through the Emmy zone, but the Emmy is not spawned yet. So with this route, we actually skip the spawn that would normally occur, and so we're able to traverse through the Emmy zone, even though the Emmy has not spawned, and so they kind of have free reign. However, the Emmy filters still exist. Second trick is, Mindstormer gets the water skip first try, so very nice for him. Shannon opting to go through the item tutorial. Mindstormer is trying to do the water station skip. You do a quick melee counter up against a wall jump. Shannon attempting the water skip. And opting to just go down to the water. So now you can see why we call it the water skip. You have to go and traverse this underwater area. Mindstormer having some difficulty, which does not bode well for the later Magus skip, because it's the same style trick. Essentially, what you need to do is melee counter at the as soon as you do the wall jump. So he's opting to raise the water level, but we'll see if that causes any issues later on for Magus skip. So Shannon has caught up a little bit. We'll see if they have a better time with the wall jump. There we go. Looks like about 4th try. So, like I said, this is there's a lot of game here to give both of these runners time to catch up. And so Shannon has now gotten the charge beam. I think they're about 10 seconds apart now. Shannon doing a inopportune melee counter to cancel their charge beam. Oh, definitely a misinput right there. We both know that nerves are going to be getting to these runners, so both runners are getting the first energy tank, which is probably a good choice. I know that there are a few runners that are opting for 2 energy tanks, but sometimes you just need that extra hit, especially at the end game. And that is I think the longest of all 3 energy tanks to grab. Mindstormer having a little bit of trouble with the phase doors, cloak doors. Like I said, nerves. Oh, get everybody. But Jan's keeping it close. Some good movement from both runners here. Alright, so Mindstormer's gonna go talk to Adam for a 3rd time. Ooh. Gets stuck by some enemies. Giving Shannon some time to catch up. Yeah, so Shannon is now a door transition away. And they're both talking to Adam. Yes, Adam in quotes. Okay, see how Magus skip does for Mindstormer. Shannon didn't seem to have too many problems. Oh, first try for Shannon. Shannon is now taking the lead. We're now spawning the white Emmy. Oh. Come on, chat. Let's hear from Mindstormer. Let's get them over this wall. There you go, Mindstormer. Good job. Way to stick with it. Shannon has already taken out the central unit and is now on the hunt for the white enemy. So let's see if Mindstormer can catch up. Alright. Both runners have managed to take out the white Emmy with no issues. So now we're on our way to Caterers. Shannon opting for that extra missile tank, misses the melee jump. So luckily for Mindstormer, there's no more of those wall jumps. So if that's the only issue that he has, then he's going to be in good shape. Shannon opting to use the rail for the escape room to Catters. Could be an opportunity for Mindstormer to catch up if he opts for the D boost. Oh, interesting. He used a melee counter cloak to get through there. Didn't know that that was a thing you could do. Mindstormer just decided to play it safe and go up the more intended way. All right, and we are in elevator transition apart between these two. Shannon having a little bit of trouble getting down. I think they're just a little ahead of themselves. But they make it to Adam. This is the last Adam that we're going to have to talk to if they are taking the Adam skip. Otherwise, I do know that Shannon, I think, may be opting to use the more intended route. So we'll see. Alright, so it looks like Mindstormer is about 30 seconds behind. And they're now talking to Adam for the 4th time. So, Caterus is actually relatively straightforward. There's not a whole lot of deviation other than the Adam skip that was found at the beginning of the year. Ooh, Shannon going for the D-boost right there. That was very nicely done. See if they go for the Hell Run. Looks like Shannon is opting for the Hell Run. Ooh, a little late on breaking that block. See if they make it out alive. 26 HP remaining. Good job. Mindstormer did attempt the D boost, but didn't make it. Quite alright though. It's only about a second time save. Shannon got a good green Emmy spawn. There is one spawn that is a bit tricky. Just take some time. Yeah, it was a Mindstormer, but a bit of a cleaner Hell Run and gets it through just fine. Shannon making it past the green Emmy, and it looks like Mindstormer also got a positive Emmy spawn as well. Shannon's waiting for the lift up. Very nice charge beam for that slow door going up and opening up the thermal gate. Oh, Mindstormer, I think was opting to destroy that metal enemy. Oh, and gets the health later. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's see if Shannon is going to go for Adam skip. They are attempting it. All right. Good luck, Shannon. So just so you know, Adam skip saves about 2.5 minutes in total if you get it first try. About a minute and a half through the route, and over a minute just not having to talk to Adam again. So Mindstormer is now in a position to catch up. Didn't get the slow door opening, but that's okay. If he can get Adam skip. Oh no, he is opting not to go for Adam skip just as Shannon gets it. So here we go. Shannon will now take a commanding lead. So even though it took Shannon several times to get it, this will overall save him a bunch of time. Mindstormer using this opportunity to break the block for later in the game. And yeah, this is the fifth Adam that you normally will see skipped. Where he tells you that Emmy stands for Emmy. Even though it was in the introduction of the game. Shannon did miss the... Emmy does stand for Emmy. Yep. Mindstormer attempting to flex with a pseudo, gets a third try. Shannon gets the second E-tank, which is by far the most free E-tank in the entire game. I don't know if I like the name Owo, but thanks, Fortify. EOD text says, I still forget that E-tank. That really takes some talent there. Oh, whoa, shocking. So Shannon makes it to the day run train at 18:05. Let's see if Mindstormer can catch up here. So luckily for him, there isn't another Adam for quite some time. They're gonna go get White Beam, various suit, fight Kraid, go get Grapple Beam, and then he'll have to talk to Adam again. Shannon going for the diagonal climb and does a very nice job. Gets a little bit of sticky fingers, but that's okay. Mindstormer makes it to the day run train at 19:20, so little over a minute behind Shannon right now, which is the power of the Adam skip. And he says, fun fact, enemies are inspired by the Amy robots in the Red Planet movie. I did not know that. Alright, Shannon gets the wide beam. Sub 20 minutes. Mindstormer just opting not to do the diagonal jump. Alright, so the next hurdle that Shannon has to do is the Pedro blocks. These are infamous for just not cooperating, especially when you're trying to go as fast as possible. The trick is that you need to either be completely perfectly over to the left or right, or just neutral stick, and Samus will naturally be in the correct spot. But any deviation from that will cause the blocks not to move. Bring back Spazer, but then it gets overtaken by Plasma. And then we'd only have 2 Plasma beams instead of 3. Alright, Mindstormer gets it at 21:07, so still about a minute behind. Alright, Shannon is off to face the green Emmy. I can't imagine either of these runners are going to be attempting Professor Stupid, but you'll never know. So I imagine they'll be taking the safe route. Mindstormer having no problems with the Pedro blocks either. Lots of melee counters today from both runners. Yeah, Shannon's going for the more traditional and safe route. This is a very... It looks scary, but it's actually a very safe kill for the Emmy. You call it Professor Smart. I like it, man. SpeedGaming is raiding with a party of 127. Welcome in, everyone. Oh, looks like Mindstormer is attempting a variation of Professor Stupid. So, I'm not sure if this saves any time, but he is a little bit closer to the exit out of this room. But now he does have more fall. Shannon is heading over to Arteria in order to procure various suit. So, welcome in, Raiders. My name's Oso. We are watching the first of the 2022 Metroid Dread No Major Glitches run between Mindstormer and Shannon. If you haven't already, please follow these runners. They're all great, especially if you have any interest in Metroid Dread. Shannon opting to do a pseudo screw in order to clear the slug. And now Mindstormers are heading over to our area as well. Shannon making his way through the gauntlet. It does look impressive, but it's similar to the space colony escape in Super Metroid. There's not a whole lot going on. It just looks impressive. Shannon opted to watch at least the first second or two of the Varia cinematic. All right. Both of them do not make the unintended mistake of going for the energy part, which is a completely useless item pickup and waste about 4 seconds. Mindstormer does get the charge shot through the hole, but didn't make it through the hole himself. And now he's about to go through the Varia Gauntlet. So with Varia's suit, Samus is now able to go into heat rooms, and that's exactly where Kraid is. So just a little bit of backtracking where you have to go to a completely different area. Oh, Mindstormer having some problems getting through that hole. There we go. Like in all Metroid games, you have to go to a completely random location in order to pick up an upgrade in order to progress further in the story. Shannon making their way through to Kraid. Decided pretty early that it was just better to damage boost through those enemies, especially because you have that eye monster in the door that will just refill everything for you. Alright, now we're on to Kraid. Shannon not getting the best RNG and having a little bit of problems with the quick charge, but does make it through phase 1. But does get really good RNG in phase 2. There's a nice counter. Oh, unfortunate hit from Kraid. Drops him down. And gets very, very lucky. Shannon must buy a lottery ticket later. That is very favorable RNG from Kraid. Getting a second spike ladder. Alright, Mindstormer is now fighting Kraid. $29.20 for Shannon, getting Diffusion Beam. Looks like both runners are getting very good RNG from Kraid. Mindstormer doing a... looks like they're getting through Kraid a bit faster, so they might make up some time here. Very solid fight from Mindstormer on Crate. So, diffusion beam at about 30 minutes. So, they're about 40 seconds apart at this point. Alright, so now that both runners have diffusion beam, they're going to be hitting back over the Cataris and... I'm sorry, Dayron. And they'll be grabbing grapple beam, presumably. I believe both runners are going to be going early space route. Shannon makes the grapple jump second try. Let's see how Mindstormer does. This is actually an intended skip right here by the developers. First try for Mindstormer, so that's a little bit more time save. They did, in fact, include a coyote jump that allows runners to do this. This isn't 100% intended by the developers. Shannon gets grapple beam at 31:49. So now we're going to make it back up using the new grapple beam that we just got, and we're going to go essentially back to where we just were. A little bit of a high five from Shannon and Mindstormer. So it looked like a 32 to 29, so about, yeah, 40 seconds. And this is where Shannon's gamble is really going to start paying off. So Shannon, while already in the lead, is going to go through an Atom room and not have to talk to him. So you can see right there, Shannon just walks right by. Mindstormer will unfortunately have to go and talk to Atom. And that's just gonna... Well, talking to Atom doesn't take that much time. The animation of shoving your gun into the slot does. So you can see the door locked for Mindstormer, and now he has to go talk to him. I think he only says like 2 lines, which is really unfortunate. So, yeah, Shannon did very well avoiding the yellow Emmy. It looks like both runners got the really bad Emmy spawn. And they do make it through. So good job, Mindstormer, for avoiding. So Shannon now has bombs. Mindstormer is making his way to go turn on the lights so that he can go grab bombs as well. And now we're gonna go to Berenia so that we can get Flash Shift, which is by far the most powerful ability in this game. Shannon trying for the hole-in-one, does not get it. Clears out the probably one of the most hated enemies in the game, which is that spike creature. Shannon making it to the Berenia train at 3550. Yeah, Nomios, like, Adam skip helps a lot, but it's not necessarily mandatory. You can get a sub 125 and get close to, like, the 120s without Adam skip. It's just very difficult. It also kind of breaks the flow of the game. So, since Shannon does have grapple beam, he's able to skip the underwater section. Clears that laser, and looks like 3640 is when Mindstormer makes it to the train. Shannon having a little bit of trouble with the with that pool over there, but uses grapple beam to get themselves out. All right, we'll see if any of the runners opt for the backdoor flash. It saves about 8 seconds if you do it first try, but since they both have grapple beam, it is a lot easier just to go the more intended route. Mindstormer just opting to tank the damage of the laser beam. And has to talk to Adam again, unfortunately. Shannon, 47 for flash shift. Shannon opting to go the intended route instead of the pseudos for these beam blocks or bomb blocks to reset the water level. Does get that charge beam through just before the bomb block reappeared, and does not go for the underwater bomb jump. Ooh, unfortunate for Mindstormer. Didn't clear fast enough, so that's 3 seconds waiting for the shutter to clear. So it is actually faster for Samus to move around in Morph Ball, which is kind of strange. Oh, Mindstormer is going for the pseudos. So this does save about 7 seconds if you can get it first try. It also puts you in a better positioning to exit. Looks like very well done. A little bit of time saved there for Mindstormer. Alright, and while casually, the yellow Emmy is probably one of the scariest ones. It's actually the easiest in the entire game for speedrunners, because it always spawns in the in the same spot when you come back, and when you try to kill it. Didn't have a little bit of trouble with the central unit, but did manage to kill it just fine. So you can see there, yellow enemy spawns. Shannon's able to take it out just fine. $41.24 for Shannon. Let me see if Mindstormer is made up some time here. Mindstormer does take out the yellow enemy with no problems. Will Shannon should go for this 30 tank? Yeah. So this should be the last E-tank. There is a fourth one that is optional, but I think that this will be the last for these runners. So 41-14 looks like because of Adam, Mindstormer is about 50 seconds behind now. Still keeping it close. You know, we're within a minute. I mean, you still got plenty of the game left to go. Ooh, unfortunate. Mindstormer did not get the speed cape there. You can see that Mindstormer does. Oh, he's opting not to get the third E-tank there. That's bold. Alright, it's time for everybody's favorite exposition parrot, known as Quiet Robe. Casually, if you've ever played this game, you know that these robots are actually incredibly difficult. But we found out quickly that there's just enough room to charge a Shine Spark. So Shannon does a very good job of doing 2 Shine Sparks to quickly dispatch that robot. So just so you know, the way that Shine Spark damage works is that either it will do 0 damage, 50% of the health, or 100% of its health. There's no actual numbers associated with Shine Sparks. So I believe that worked. Ooh, Mindstormer getting a little bit caught up here. There we go. GG's on Mindstormer for pulling through and taking out that robot. It's a little tough because you don't see the full screen, so the camera kind of pans out as you're running. So especially with nerves, it could really mess with your mind on the timing. All right. So we are now heading back to Barinia. Exposition Parrot opened up a new path for us to go take to get over to Gavaran, which is an underground jungle and my least favorite area of the game. Oh, and Mindstormer does have to talk to Adam once again. Yes, Metal. His name's Exposition Parrot. Mindstormer going for a different route. I think this is still slower. As long as he doesn't get lost. Shannon, unfortunately, does not get the speed keep for lower Barinia. See if he goes for the second speed keep here. This is technically slower, but if you... Ooh, unfortunate. Yeah, that second beam enemy, if they catch you, then the Shine Spark method is faster. But now we're going to go climb using a different pseudo. This is a 360 pseudo. So what they're doing is they're sliding into the wall and then doing a 360 movement in order to jam the gun into the wall. And Shannon's using a safer method of using Cloak to avoid those enemies. Alright, so Shannon has picked up his lead a little bit. Here, let's see if Mindstormer can bring some of this back. Preferring to go the top route. Ooh, unfortunately does not get the... It's very close though. Good attempt. See about the second one. Charges the Shine Spark. Looks like you got it. Good job. Alright, so Shannon is now going to be facing the second Chozo robot. And with 59 health to spare, Shannon makes it through. Yet another Adam room that Shane gets to skip. This one we actually have to talk to him twice, which is unfortunate. So let's see how Mindstormer does with one less E-Tank on the Golden Chozo robot. So 49, 22 for super missiles. Try to keep that in mind for Mindstormer. So we are able to do one Shine Spark that does take it down to 50% health. Mindstormer does dispatch the Chozo robot just fine. So, yep, unfortunately Mindstormer does have to talk to Adam, so this is going to delay him even further. And meanwhile, Shannon is heading over to Elune or Ellen to get Plasma Beam. Mindstormer is about 90 seconds behind right now, but we still have we have another equalizer that is coming up, which is early space jump, and anything else can happen in this game. Gonna have a bad blue Emmy spawn, screw attack messing up. Mindstormer opted not to do Atom Skip. Yeah, no problem. Okay, armed with Plasma Beam, Shannon is now going to go against the Chozo Warriors, which coincidentally, Plasma Beam allows us to hit them with every shot. I would have liked to see an opportunity to fight the Chozo Warriors without Plasma Beam, but maybe they just thought that would be too difficult. Okay, Jen did a great job there. Now Mindstormer is grabbing the fun. .5304 is when Shannon's leaving. Alum. Mindstormer needs to be careful. Okay. So he's good. Yeah, the one cutscene that's in the middle of a transition gets me about half the time. Shannon going for a speed keep. Oh, forgot to shoot. Mindstormer making quick work out of the Chosen Warrior. Very good job by him. Oh. Shannon does get the speed keep and the shine spark. Might be a little slower than just using grapple up the ceiling, but it did look very cool. That is true, EOD Tex. I forgot about that one. Yeah, I don't know if the Shine Spark is faster even with an instant spark, because you still have to go through that animation of climbing off the wall. Alright, so Shannon had a very easy blue Emmy spawn, and so now he's going to... should be able to quickly dispatch the blue Emmy. Yeah, there's the colliding animation and there's also the storing animation. So I think it might just be faster here. Unfortunately, Mindstormer does not get the speed keep there. Ooh, oh no! Get up there! Oh, there you go. Just barely makes it through without getting frozen by the blue Emmy. So good job, Mindstormer and Shannon with ice missiles at 5550. Oh no, Mindstormer. Just get the parry, the second parry. That's even harder than the first one. Very nicely done by Mindstormer to keep that going. That was very clutch. Okay, Mindstormer brings down the blue Emmy. And Shannon is heading over to the second great equalizer, which is early space jump. So this is a precise timing and aim for the pseudo wave here. And Shannon gets it first try. Wow. Great job by Shannon there. So it looked like about 57:20 for Mindstormer, so he's still about a minute and a half behind. Alright, so Shannon is going to head down to Arteria through kind of a convoluted route, but it's the best we got to go screw attack. Meanwhile, Mindstormer is going to head over and get early space jump themselves. Unfortunately, this is kind of the more dull parts where they just kind of traverse through the entire map. There isn't a whole lot. Mindstormer attempting the instant spark. Having a little bit of difficulty with the space pseudo. This is a very difficult trick, and there is a little bit of RNG in it, based on how diffusion expands. Oh, unfortunate. So Mindstormer has to leave and come back in order to allow the crab to respawn. Oh, he didn't give it enough time. Yeah, you gotta speed run and then come back. There you go. So the trick to this is you have to be in the precise position and then watch the crab move in a certain way and then release the shot by morphing into a ball. So there's a lot of elements to this trick that could go wrong at any time. Yeah, so the way that it works is based on the blob's tentacle positioning, it will move one of the diffusion explosions far enough over to the left to hit the blob. There we go. So, please give your support to Mindstormer. We all know that that has happened to all of us. One time or another. So Shannon is just rolling through, getting screw attack already. Having very little difficulties with early screw attack. So even though we're actually very close to Gravity Suit, we actually have to go all the way back around through this entire world to go the proper way to get Gravity Suit, because the door, while it appears that it's unlocked, is actually locked from the other side. So we're gonna have to go back to Gavaran through Cataris, and then take the more intended route to get Gravity Suit. Paul and Terra says, "I've never done this trick before, but it looks brutal." It's not an easy trick. Several of us, including myself, have tutorial guides on how to do it. So there is a lot of information available if that's something you're interested in looking into. But it is something that will probably take a bit to learn. But once you do, it will still give you some trouble from time to time. Shannon and Mindstormer sharing the same transition screen with different teleportals. I've never liked this. For one, it does appear that the Switch has some issues with this transition. But unfortunately, it's not something we can skip. So now Mindstormer is going to head over to the cold area. Meanwhile, Shannon is making their way over to Verinia once again so that they can grab Gravity Suit. So here we're going to see another instance of the underwater bomb jump. The way that it works is that you prime yourself with a bomb jump or an underwater bomb on the ground floor, and then unmorph, and that allows you to be primed, and then you have one shot to jump up into the air and use the bomb jump underwater. And now Shannon does not get the quick break of those speed blocks, so it's going to have to charge the Shine Spark again. Good luck to Shannon on these. Very nicely done. Alright, gets through that gauntlet. Looks like Mindstormer got the red Shine Spark suit. You don't see that very often. Wasn't sure if he actually got that or not. Having a little bit of trouble with the space jump. This is deceptively tricky. There we go. Gets a third try. And Shannon has now got gravity. Probably the best rendition of gravity suits out of the main games. Especially that green accent. Looks very cool. Shannon opting not to get that extra missile plus tank. They're going to be sticking with 58 missiles for the rest of the game. So that's usually enough. Having a little bit of difficulty with these two robots. Ideally, you would want them to both be hit by the plasma beam at the same time. But when they're on opposite sides of the platform, it's kind of hard to do. But it does manage to clear them out pretty well. There you go, Exception. That's right. Keep it up. Finish strong, Mindstormer. Once again, both runners are sharing the same transition screen. As intended. Shannon is heading to everyone's favorite crab boss, Golzuna. Door monster giving him a little bit of trouble, but not a big deal. Alright, see if we get a Force Spark method. Looks like he's opting for the 3-spark. Okay. So Golzuna doesn't look like it should, but he tanks a lot of damage, and I'm sorry, deals a lot of damage, and then also takes a lot of damage, like you would think it would. It's, I think, like a tank and a half for each hit that you take, so yeah, so you could quickly run out of health if you're not careful. Shannon does take care of it quite nicely, though. Mindstormer does get the quick break of those speed blocks, but oh no! Just did not get the slide in time. That's unfortunate. And now everyone's most hated room, which is the cross-bomb tutorial room. Oh no, not again, Mindstormer. goes for the safer 3. And now it's going to do some minor destruction. No, Mindstormer getting a little ahead of themselves. Oh. And now Mindstormer finally gets a gravity suit. Okay, so we're heading towards the end game now. Mindstormer is going to have to face those 2 robots and then Golzuna, but we're going to be fighting SQ. Mindstormer going for a bold strategy and skipping the missile plus tank. Both of them, actually. So I believe he's at 48 missiles. Technically, you need 50 for Ravenbake Phase 2, so he's going to have to do some weaving or just use Charge Beam. Normally, I would recommend that you have just at least a few extra ones because you're inevitably going to miss some of them during Phase 2, and there are no pickups during that phase. Shannon does unfortunately get spotted by the wave Emmy, which does kind of lag the game a little bit, but makes it through just fine. It is a lot easier to go through this section with Gravity Suit than it is during Intended. And with the Screw Attack, SQ is the easiest boss in the game by far. Alright, let's see how Shannon does SQ while Mindstormer does Golzuna. Oh, unfortunate block by Golzuna on the Shine Spark. Doesn't get the backup. Shannon does get Storm Missiles quite easily. Oh, no. An unfortunate death by Mindstormer. Yeah, SQ is a complete joke with the Rooster attack. Mindstormer opting for the meaty strat. Oh, but still gets blocked again by Golzuna. Oh, that's so unfortunate. You can't quite get the charge on the Shine Spark. And this is what I mean. It is bold to go for skipping E-tanks. It does get one Shine Spark in, so that's a lot of damage, and it doesn't set it to 50%. It does actually do 50% damage. And Shannon goes down too. Oh boy. This could be the opportunity Mindstormer needed. Oh, he did kill them. Okay. Never mind. Got another raid from another Speed Gaming channel. 173. Welcome, Raiders. My name's Oso. We are doing the first of many of the 2022 Metroid Dread No Major Glitches speedrun. Our first runners here are Mindstormer and Shannon. We are currently close to the end game here. So if you have any interest in the game, definitely check out these runners. So because Mindstormer did get early space jump and screw attack, now Adam is broken for them, so he doesn't have to talk to Adam anymore. And Shannon is going for the safer strat to take out the wave enemy. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that purple enemy gets tricky and can mess you up. But Shannon keeps it cool and does manage to hit the charge blast just fine. All right, Mindstormer does have a little bit of time he needs to make up, but this is Shannon's game to lose at this point. Does get the speed cube out of the purple enemy spawn. Fortunately, the loot pinata blocks his flash shift. So Shannon's going to be making it his way over to power bombs, the red enemy. Meanwhile, Mindstormer is going to be going for SQ. I'm not sure if that's enough. Oh no! Mindstormer is opting to reset the checkpoint so that they can do the shine spark. I'm not sure if that's the wisest idea. I mean, yes, the shine spark does help, but screw attack does a lot of damage. Doesn't get the quick kill on SQ, but did get the shine spark on. Meanwhile, Shannon is using the storm missiles to quickly dispatch red enemy. This is a notorious room for speedrunners because you cannot mash as fast as you would like to. Because the warning siren is going off, it actually lags the room and you're not able to mash as fast as you would hope to. So typically we weave missiles, but storm missiles is a perfectly fine strategy. Power bounds for Shannon at 1:20:11. Oh, Mindstormer misses the Shine Spark into the gold Chozo robot. Excuse me. Having a little bit of difficulty manipulating these two enemies. He's starting to get low on health. Okay, he does get the pickups. But unfortunate, you can't... Okay, good. Whew, that was close. So, you can screw attack these enemies, but you take damage as you're doing it. So, good on him to realize that he was low on health and adjusting his strategy. Beandog with the rate of 19, saying good luck to the racers. Thank you. Hopefully your practice went well. We'll be seeing Beandog with several of the other runners later on this week. Shannon doing very good job. Continuing to use the storm missiles for the gold Chozo as well. So I don't think that they're confident in their mash. Mindstormer getting the quick kill on the central unit. Just as Shannon takes out the gold Chozo. Alright, so Shannon just has Ravenbeak left and has an extra E-Tank. Mindstormer also opting for the safer strat on Wave Emmy. A little direction, but almost missed the focus blast, but still killed the purple, which is fine. And Shannon is off to Ravenbeak. So we've seen them choose to go for the storm missiles. So I'm interested to see if they're going to go for gold skip at all. Looks like they're going to go for the 9+1 strat. So the 9+1 strat is... Oh, looks like they miscounted. So typically you go for 9 ice missiles. We'll put Ravenbeak just on the edge of transitioning, and then you counter him, and you get... Basically, you just manipulate it so that you get 2 counters before he goes into gold phase. Because as soon as he goes into gold phase, you cannot damage him. And the other unfortunate aspect about gold phase is that he'll have the "come at me, bro" scene, at which it's similar to the other counter, except you have to watch the entire counter, which is a 3-step counter. So you can see here, she's going to dodge 1, so this is phase 2, and then she's going to dodge again and dodge 3rd time. So it's just a longer counter that you have to watch the entire thing. So, which is why we go for the 9+1 strat. So here, phase 2, Ravenbeak is a little bit harder to hit because he's moving around constantly up in the air. And then you do not get any pickups during this phase. But Shannon's doing a very nice job doing the dodge for the Gatling cannon. And just pumping in as many ice missiles as they can. And by staying close to the wall, you actually manipulate Ravenbeak into doing very specific attacks, which makes it easier for you to aim at them. Meanwhile, Mindstormer is taking care of the red Chozo to get power bombs, so very nice for him. And Shannon's off to phase 3. So phase 3, It's kind of a combination of attacks of phases 1 and 2. But he does have this yellow sun orb, which is unfortunate. Oh, he does get the power bomb off. Okay. So this is usually where you get the pickups, is with the sun orb. But it is slower to take him out, because you have to spend 4 seconds charging the power bomb. Alright. Shannon is done with Ravenbeak at 126.06. Very nice. And welcome to RBX. This is a combination of Ravenbeak, Kraid, and an X-Parasite. And what Shannon's actually doing here is they are waiting to charge the Hyper Beam, because RBX actually spends time pushing against the Hyper Beam. So if you wait 5 steps, you can save yourself about 8 seconds of waiting for him to just push against it. Looks like Mindstormer's having a little bit of trouble with the Gold Choza Warrior, but manages to get into phase 2 of the shield, and is attempting to punch as much damage into it as possible. Hopefully he'll be able to take care of it. Yep, very nice job by Mindstormer. Alright, Shannon is off onto the escape. So, unfortunately, because you're now Metroid, you no longer have the Aeon energy, so you're not able to do flash shift anymore, which would make this a lot faster. But you're just using Hyper Beam basically to just open up the path for you. Time is coming up soon for Shannon. Going for the ball spark in order to climb up. Does not get the speed keep, unfortunately. Does go for the backup. Shannon at 128.20. Very nice by Shannon. GG's. Mindstormer, make us proud with Ravenbeak. Mindstormer also going for the 9+1. Opts to go for some extra pickups. Ravenbeak, just unfortunate RNG here. There we go, gets a counter. Gonna pump some damage into him. And now he's gonna push him over to the second one. Pump a little bit more damage into him. There you go. So you can see there, you didn't have to go through the entire counter animation. Mindstormer, yeah, opting to do like a little bit of a weave here. And yeah, by doing this this running melee counter away from Ravenbeak, oh, even putting some cross bombs in there for some extra damage, very nice. Yeah, so that running melee counter and then holding the free aim button allows you to go into that lunge position, and you avoid most of the hits. Oh no, gets hit by the leg. Oh, it does get the powerbomb off. Very, very clutch by Mindstormer. Attempting to do the... Oh no! Oh no! He needs to get this. Oh, just barely gets away with it. Very clutch by Mindstormer. Unfortunate, gets a second sun. Attempting to do the... it's a missile cross bomb is the optimal damage in phase 3. So 131.13 for Mindstormer on Ravenpeak. I've got very close on some parts, but managed to pull through in the end. Mindstormer going for a just slightly different strat. Basically, he pre-charges Hyper Beam and then waits for RBX to be in the proper position before taking him out. Very nicely done by Mindstormer. Looked like he was charging Power Bomb, but didn't get it off in time. Very nice lunge jump there. Oh, I tried to go for the speed cube. It's a very nice attempt. Alright, and a final time of 1:33.29 from Mindstormer. GG's to both runners. So I don't know if you... if either of you want to join in for just a quick post commentary. Okay, give me 1 sec. Mindstormer, which is your Discord name? Okay, I just sent out invites, so if you guys could check it out. We'll...
Alright, is this working? Okay.
Yeah. Mindstormer, GG's.
Yeah. GG.
Yeah. I mean, what was going through your head during the race?
I can't believe I missed that pseudo.
Yeah.
Everything past that. Well, I can't say that because up. I check my time here because I was a minute ahead of my regular time, my previous PB. Getting a few golds here and there, and then after that pseudo, I was about 5 minutes behind. But then somehow between there and going to gravity suit, I made up 5 minutes.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, and then I lost 2 more minutes, but then I made another 2 minutes back right at the end. So it was a roller coaster of a run.
Oh, I bet. So I did see you in the chat. Do you think that helped or hurt you overall?
Or being in the chat?
Yeah, like just checking in on what the status was. Or
no, that doesn't bother me too much.
It doesn't bother you?
Actually,
okay.
I've been enjoying the commentary, so.
Oh, good. Well, I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun. I don't know if Shannon, if you're still around, if you'd like to say anything, you are more than welcome. I did send you an invite. But yeah, it did seem like your early game was really on point all the way up until that wall jump. That seemed like it was the start of your problems.
Yeah, my jumps were completely off today, both with just regular ledges and then the other just melee jumps, both Magus and water skip. Yeah.
So, yeah, real unfortunate. And then, are you able to do Atom skip? Is that something that you just opted to not do this route? Or
I only just learned it like last week, so
gotcha.
I am not consistent at it.
Perfectly understandable. Right. Well, I guess we're not going to be able to hear from Shannon today. If he hops on, we'll give him a little bit of time. But is there anything else that you would like to say?
I don't know. It's just like GG to Shannon. He did pretty good this time around. I think this is his best round so far, so that's pretty nice. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, Shannon did a great job, and you did a great job as well. Like, I think you should be proud. I know, like, especially with people watching and just being in a race environment, nerves get to you all the time. Like, it definitely can get the best of you. So,
Yep.
So, but
just checking my new best time here. I'm down to under a 120 for a new best time. So,
wow.
That compared to my PB, I'm getting better.
Yeah. What? So what is your PB?
My PB I actually got in the last qualifier was a 130.38, I think is what it was in the end. Okay. I did end up starting this. I jumped the gun on the timer today, but that's not like it mattered.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see that best time go real far down, though.
Yeah,
got
that's
quite
fantastic.
A few golds.
Yeah. Well, good.
That's what matters.
Shannon is talking in the Discord chat. Well, I did give him an invite. I don't want to take everyone's time because I don't know when the next thing is going to start. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try if I can get him.
You can't get his mic to work, apparently.
Oh, can't get. Oh, no mic. Okay, got it. Okay. I just said, well, thank you, Mindstormer. It was a real pleasure to watch and commentate, and then also chat with you. GG's to Shannon as well. So it looks like Shannon will be up against Fortify, and Mindstormer, you have a chance to redeem yourself in the losers bracket. So
Yeah. Let's do this.
look forward to watching you again, and I hope you all enjoyed my commentary today. It was a real pleasure. Thank you so much, and props to Keku and the entire staff for setting this up and putting it together. I'm having a ton of fun doing this, and I hope to keep doing it as long as you guys are having me. So,
yeah.
thank you. And with that in mind, see you next mission.